Hey, what's up, guys? David Kaufman here.
And today I'm going to be showing you the second of 4 parts of the Pokemon Battle theme music that plays when you battle a trainer in the first generation Pokemon games, red version, yellow version, and blue version. It's a super cool and interesting composition. I'm really excited to show you. I think you're going to learn a lot from it, as did I. If you find value from this and decide to use it to perform with your band or make your own video with, please send me a link because I'd love to see how I helped you out. I'll be sure to put a link to the first part as well as my performance of all the parts put together so you can hear how it sounds. And this part I'm going to be showing you today is the second of 2 lead guitar parts. Then there's going to be a rhythm guitar and a bass. The one today is the main melody. Basically, it's mostly long held out notes, so it's not too difficult to play. Just make sure you put some style into it with your vibrato and slides and bends. So without further ado, let's get into it. To start off, I am in drop B tuning. However, for this part I'm showing you, you don't even need the bottom 2 strings. So if you're too lazy to change your tuning, you can just transpose it to whatever tuning you're in. Or you can just play the same frets and play in a different key. Totally up to you. So this first part is the little fast deedly that plays when you first see the trainer and are about to battle. And it's harmonized with the other lead guitar part. Starts on fret 17 on the B string, and you're just doing this super simple chromatic climb down. So if you couldn't tell, all I'm doing there is taking my 4 fingers here, going 1 fret down at a time, starting on fret 17. Then you just shift down a half step and do the same thing. And you do that 8 times, I believe. Then after that, this guitar part is not going to play for the next couple measures while the other guitar part plays this. We're going to come in after 2 times of that riff, coming in on this note right here, fret 13 on our D string. And I refer to the strings as if we were in E standard tuning, by the way, because most people know them by that better than the actual tuning we're in, which is drop B. So starting on fret 13 on our D string here. So what I'm doing, that first note on fret 13 is a lead-in note, so the measure actually starts on the next note on fret 15. And I'm just doing this melody. And in between it, I'm doing fast little picks on the 12th fret on our D string. So one more time. Then after those last 4 chugs, we jump up right here. And to make that jump easy, I just keep my pointer finger resting across all the strings, shift my hand up, and play that next note, which is on fret 16 on our B, with this like bottom part of my pointer right here. It makes the transition quite a bit easier. And we're going to start on fret 16 on our B. Do that. And I do that bend, that little half step bend there on fret 20 on the B string. Do a little half step bend because that's what the other lead guitar part is doing, and it harmonizes with it. So the whole part all together one more time for you. So for that last melody, you're actually hitting 2 notes there at the end, fret 16 to 17 like this. Into the next part. So this next part starts on fret 15 on our B string, and we're just going to hit these two notes. So that's 15, then down to fret 14 on our G. So there, I do a half step bend on fret 15 on the B string up there, but you don't have to do the bend. You can just play it like this if you want. I just like the bend. That's just a personal style choice. After that, starts off the same way. And we land right there on fret 13 on the B. So that first little section all together. And then we're going to hit fret 11 on our B string. All right, that was 11, up a fifth, then landing on fret 13 on our B. Started off the same way again. And then hit these notes. That was fret 15 and 17 on my high E. So far all together. All right, and this next part. Starts right here on fret 18 on the high E. Going up one note, then walking back down, then up to fret 17 on the high E. Next note up. And we do something similar, starting on fret 18 again. You go back to 18 and hold it out for a second. And then I'm landing on 19 there, so one more time. Then just up a note. Then I'm doing these harmonics to get those high notes because we run out of frets here. So fret 24 harmonic on your high E. And then a fret 17 harmonic on the G string. So that whole part all together. Quick recap starting from the beginning of where the main melody kicks in. So this next part. We're going to start on fret 13 on our high E, and you're going to do this melody with me. Then do that same thing again, right there, and move up one fret, fret 14 on the B. So then up to 18 here, 15. So that whole part all together. All right, this next melodic part. We're going to start on fret 16 on our B string here. Then we do this little arpeggio starting on fret 14 on the B. Back into the thing again. Then you do this melody starting on fret 16 on our B. One more time, really slow. And then the ending. And that last note I hit was the next part. I'll show you that in just a moment. So this whole part all together, starting from the beginning. All right, this next part is super simple. Start on that note I ended on the last part, fret 16 on our high E, and we're just doing this. Now, in the original 8-bit song, it actually jumps up an octave from there. When it does that part. However, I couldn't really figure out a feasible way to do that. You'd have to be very, very skilled and have a lot of strength and some strong strings to do it with bends. But if you can figure out a way to do it, maybe just use one of those whammy octave pedals or something. Might sound really cool, so I totally encourage you to go for it if you have an idea. So that whole part all together. All right, so for this next part, we're going to be doing this little melody here on our B string. And in between each of those notes, we're going to be doing little palm muted chugs on fret 10 on our D string. So it sounds like this. Now, on that very last note of the measure, I'm actually putting my middle finger down on fret 11 on the D string. I'll do it one more time for you nice and slow so you can see it. Into the next part. And again with that middle finger on fret 11 on the D string at the end there. So the whole part all together. All right, into this next part. This is like, to me, this is the weirdest part of the song. Starting on fret 13 on the B string. That's it, just for those first few notes. Then we're going to do this little melody starting on fret 15 on our B. landing on fret 14 on our B string. Then you do this one, starting on that same note we ended on. Landing on fret 15 on the B. One more time, that one nice and slow so you can see it. Then for the next one, you start on the same note you ended on again, fret 15 on our B. And then just these last two notes here. Back into that earlier part in the song. And that's all the parts. Let me repeat that last part all together for you one more time so you can hear it. I forgot to mention in the version I do, which you can find a link to, which I'm going to put a link to in the description and probably somewhere on this video. I actually fast pick that last part on both the lead guitar parts, so it's like harmonized fast picking. Sounds pretty cool. But that's just a style choice. You're free to play it however you would like. And again, if you do your own version of this using what I taught you in these videos, please send me a link to it because I would really love to see how I helped you out. All right, so that's everything for this lead guitar part. If you found value from this, I do ask that you hit that like button because it will help the YouTube algorithm show my video to more people, and I am trying to grow my channel, so please subscribe as well for more cool guitar videos.